so great to have you here. Welcome back.
Promise.
I just wanted to start out this video by saying a huge Happy New Year. I intended to release a couple of videos over the break. I had a lot on through December, so I do have a lot to get ready before I head over to Europe for 4 months. So I've been trying to squeeze in as many commissions and artworks as I can before I leave. So I do have a couple of spots left if you would like an artwork before I leave for Europe. When I'm studying in Florence from May onwards, I can't see myself having a lot of spare time. So my course is going to be from Monday to Friday all day, and then I'll have the weekends off. So I think my schedule is going to be pretty packed in, and I don't really imagine that I'm going to have the time and space to be creating these large artworks in the way that I normally do, but I will be completing a lot of artworks as part of the course, obviously. So I'll take you along for the journey of all of those artworks coming together, but it's one of those things where I'm just going to have to play it by ear and see what happens. If you were thinking that this artwork looks sort of familiar, you would be right. I first painted this artwork maybe 8 months ago and I loved it. It was the beginning of this monochromatic painting series that I did. That artwork sold pretty quickly, and then recently someone got in contact with me and they were in love with the piece but really sad that it had sold out. But I did have some space in my schedule, so I offered to do another original for him, and he was just so excited about the idea of owning an original artwork. So that is what I'm doing in this video. I am painting an artwork that I've already done in the past as a commission. Side by side with something that I did almost a year earlier, it's always so rewarding to see how far I've come, and I thought it would be interesting if I put the two artworks side by side at the end of this video. If you would like to own an artwork of mine, make sure you check out the link in my description, and there is a link to my website where you can see all of my available artworks. And if something catches your eye that's already sold, make sure you let me know. Send me an email at hello@carlyrenee.co, and we can always start the conversation about creating a second version of something I've already done. I have only just learned in the last year that caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. It actually just blocks the adenosine receptors in your brain. These are the neuroreceptors that tell you you're tired. And when these receptors unblock around 3 hours later, you then experience what's called the caffeine crash. The Magic Mind formula uses 12 active ingredients alongside the caffeine to improve its effectiveness, decrease stress, and give you a feeling of calmness while also keeping you alert. These shots aren't actually meant to replace your coffee, but to enhance the experience and effectiveness of your caffeine. They are created with a scientific advisory board of doctors and medical researchers. So Magic Mind invited me to try their performance enhancing shots for 7 days straight to see if I could feel the benefits. Everything you're feeling in your body is heightened when you paint, and it's an unusual experience to explain, but this is why I put so much effort into health and wellness and making sure that I'm at my optimal. I can't even approach a canvas when I'm feeling tired or sick. So being able to drink Magic Mind while I work and feel the benefits in real time has been a game changer for me. I have been so surprised by the mental clarity that I've felt through taking Magic Mind alongside a coffee. It's given me so many hours of uninterrupted flow state while I work, which is so important to me. They are delicious. They taste just like kiwi fruit, and you can try them risk-free for 100 days. And if you don't like them for any reason, you can get 100% refund, no questions asked. So make sure you check out the link in my description and use my discount code CARLYR20. So throughout December, I actually didn't end up taking that much time off. I took Christmas off and had an amazing day with my family, but I just wanted to get through my huge workload as I am going to Japan at the end of January with some friends. We're all going snowboarding, so we're going to Japan for 3 weeks. So I just thought I would put in the effort throughout December, especially over the break, and just really get ahead on some of my big projects that I've got in the pipeline. So now that I'm through the hardest part, I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off, and I'm slowly starting to tick everything off, which feels just so good. As I started feeling better about my workload, I was able to paint better, and then I was able to actually finish this artwork and bring it home.
Okay, great. Yeah, you've got these skin really long. Let's just really make it over time. Slow deep breath into the belly. So I want you to breathe in and hold the breath. Better. Does that feel better? Yeah. Yeah, it feels way better already.
Some people do ask me why I choose to paint the same thing over and over again, and I guess that is a very valid comment, but for me it's so simple. I am so inspired and enriched by the female form, and it is endlessly challenging, and there's always something I can bring out of it or learn from painting the female form. I feel like women in general are just so special, and what we do for the people that we love is just so sacred. And when I paint these figures, I really hope that I am able to paint some element of that beautiful feminine spirit that we as women all have within us. And the female experience is something that I have lived, and it's something that I share with my best friends, and we feel this unity together as women, and only we know the struggles that we face and the things that we overcome. It can feel really hard sometimes to be a woman and to feel looked over or to feel valued for only certain parts of you, and these paintings, I hope, are a way of expressing the female form in its freedom. And this painting especially, she feels like she has such a lightness, and she's on her tippy toe, and she's almost one with the drapery. She's floating through space, and she just feels like she's in the moment, totally unaware of her surroundings or the audience or anything else. I, as a woman, am constantly trying to harness that peace and stillness that I can tap into at any moment, and I love that I can bring that beautiful, serene energy to the people that I love and bless the people around me with a smile or a listening ear. I love that I can move through the world and put something so beautiful and meaningful into it, and I hope that through these videos you can feel that same sense of peace and sensitivity and stillness and appreciation for all that the women around you do for you. And this is just a little reminder, if you haven't already, make sure that you tell a woman in your life how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. So I have run out of brushes again. The technique that I use when I'm painting means that I don't use a lot of paint, so when I'm blending in the paint, it often sort of splinters the brush, makes the brushes really blunt. So I feel like I'm constantly buying new brushes just for this technique. If I used more paint, then I don't think I would go through as many brushes. I'm getting to the point with this artwork where it's needing some really clean lines to finish it off, and doing the flyaways in her hair needs a really sharp brush. So I have a project that I'm working on. It's is going to be really, really tricky, and I need some tiny brushes for this project. So let's go to the art store and stock up on supplies. Stopping off and getting some coffee. Got all the supplies. So for anyone that's new here, I work for an amazing Australian artist. His name is Angus McDonald and I am his assistant. I do all of his admin and I clean his brushes. I do his undersketches every now and then for his big paintings. I did the undersketch for this horse that he's painting. He is a huge inspiration for me and he gives me so much amazing feedback on my artworks and really helps me to identify areas where I could improve, which is really invaluable for any aspiring artist. So if you are wanting to become an artist, I would highly recommend finding a successful artist in your area if possible and offer to work for them even for free. Just soak up everything that they have to offer. That experience will be more valuable than you could ever imagine. And even just my friendship with Angus is so special to me and we have a lot of laughs and talks about life. I make coffee and I make us lunch every day. As well as that, I do a lot of the invoicing and I do a lot of other random things throughout the year. I'm going to make us lunch from the garden. Roast lamb and cucumber salad. He has been working on this horse. It's based on a style that he did quite a few years ago now. He actually used to do it with beautiful pottery pieces. He would set it up as a still life and then overlay the clouds onto the still life.
They're not realistic, because
like no edge.
I mean different edges.
Yeah, right.
In different places.
And your eye would go in between the clouds and the pottery, and he's doing that with the horse in this artwork. This is a commission for some of his collectors and this is one of their favorite horses that they wanted painted. So yeah, he's painting a horse in the clouds and it will go in a very beautiful home. So it has been really rewarding to see that whole process come together, and I think the end artwork was just incredible. So that experience within itself was so inspiring to see that come together. As I mentioned in previous videos, I have been training with Lana and Jack from Continuum Training. I love their program so much. I feel so strong and fit. It's so refreshing to do a program that only requires you to do it 3 times a week and it's only an hour. I can just feel my body composition changing and I feel fit and strong. And Lana and Jack also have a podcast. It is called Train Together. They pretty much put the same program that I do with them in person into a podcast form. So you're able to follow along with them as they talk you through the exercises. If you're interested in that program, make sure you click the link in my description and check it out. As I mentioned before with the Magic Mind Elixir, I've been thinking lately about how my physical health really makes such a huge difference in how I turn up to the artwork. As I was feeling so low through December, turning up to paint was just so interesting for me to feel the effects of exhaustion and how it affects your perception and your ability to feel inspired. Taking that time to slow down and regroup and allow myself to come back to center and ground. I think that time away from the artworks is just as important as time with the art, especially if you're working in a style similar to mine. You really do need to have your wits about you and have so much mental clarity and focus when you turn up to paint. Maybe if you were an abstract artist, you might be able to let yourself go a little bit and fall into the rhythm of wherever the artwork takes you, which is also very inspiring for me. As you can probably see, I have an abstract painting on the wall beside me, and that's something I've been working on the side. I will create a video around that artwork in the next couple of weeks, but that is something that I've been incredibly inspired by. I am really, really obsessed with this pattern. It's something that I used to draw into my school books as a teenager, and when I should have been listening in class, I was sketching this pattern into the margins. For me, it looks like clouds or marble or even a silhouette of some mountain ranges, and that's what this artwork is. It was inspired by the Canadian Rockies. It's a gift for my boyfriend who is Canadian, so we are going to stretch that artwork together. If you would like an abstract artwork for your wall, I will be doing more of these, so make sure you let me know if you're interested.
Really been wanting to put a Christmas tree up in the studio. Angus actually found this. He got himself a Christmas tree and he also got me one, which is very nice. Angus drinks a lot of coffee, so I think he's really going to enjoy this. So I'm going to wrap all of those things and then I'm going to head to the gym.
My chiropractor mentioned the other day that everyone is feeling, going into the new year, this new sense of hope. And I feel like 2024 was a really hard year for so many people. I feel like everyone was just getting by last year and just going through the motions. And it's been amazing to see how the energy is shifting and everyone's feeling really hopeful and excited for a fresh start. The number 2025, when you add it up, 2 + 2 + 5 actually adds up to 9, which actually represents completion. So if you feel like you've been repeating patterns, you've been in a little bit of a rut, haven't been able to move forward, this is the year for you. This is your year of breakthrough and of changing habits, changing mindsets, and becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. It's never too late to change who you are for the better and let go of the baggage and the things that are holding you back and the old mindsets, the old ways of doing things, and really move forward. leave you with a really positive start to the year. 2025 is going to be a huge year for me. I can feel it. I'm ready for it. I've worked so hard and I'm very excited to share this next chapter with you. I will see you in the next video.